It's time for our Good Day Read segment, and Ann Mead is here with the Brown County Library. She's at the Ashwaubenon branch, and we're talking about books that are made into movies, and this is nothing new. This has been going on for years and years and years. We were talking during the break. I remember reading Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and then seeing the movie. I was so excited. All those John Grisham books are made into movies. Do you like to read the book first and then see the movie?
I like to read the book first. Usually the movie is not quite as good, but the movies are often well done, but I do like to read the book first, yes.
And you said you went to a Library Association conference and this topic came up?
Exactly. Wisconsin Library Association met and they talked about books made into movies, and I thought this would be a great segment.
What do you think? Is the book always better than the movie?
99% of the time.
I know. I have seen a couple movies I actually liked better than the book, but that's for another day. Right now we want to get to the 5 books that you have chosen, and they're all made into current or about to be released movies.
Correct.
Okay, and let's start with the second book in the Hunger Games trilogy.
Right, Catching Fire. In this one, Katniss and Peeta have won the Hunger Games, and they are touring all of the districts, all 12 districts of Panem, just kind of like their victory tour. And they come home and they think everything is just fine. They'll be, you know, able to eat, they'll be well off. Well, they find out that there are different plans. The Quarter Quell Games have come up this year, and President Snow has decided that all of the previous winners of the Hunger Games will fight in this one.
Okay.
So they go back to the arena again, and this time it's set up as a clock, and so on every hour something happens. Not always so terrible, but
okay.
Yeah, some things not so great.
You liked the whole trilogy, didn't you?
Yes, excellent books.
And have you been watching the movies?
Not yet.
Okay, so that's on your to-do list. Let's move on so we can get through these. The Hobbit is next.
The Hobbit. The Hobbit, the book was made into 3 movies. The first one came out last year. The second one is this year. The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. Bilbo Baggins is a hobbit and lives a very normal life. And the wizard, Gandalf the Grey, comes along to take him on an adventure. And he's brought with him Thorin, who's a leader of a troop of 13 dwarves. And they're going to go back to the Lonely Mountain because they want to reclaim their stolen treasure from the dragon Smaug. At the end of the first movie, Bilbo has run into Gollum, and he has gotten this special ring through a riddling contest, and now at the beginning of the second movie, they're again continuing on their journey to defeat Smaug and get their treasure back.
What is the Monuments Men? That's your next one.
It's a true story. This is adult nonfiction. It's a true story set during World War II, and people know all about World War II, and there are so many different accounts. This is about the art that was stolen during World War II. Hitler and his Nazis stole tons of artifacts. And what happened is this group of people, men and women, called themselves the Monuments Men. The book focuses on 6 of them who actually went through boot camp and went in to fight to get this artwork back. And they had a very key player on the inside, Rose Valland, who worked for one of the French museums during the German occupation. And they are still working today to recover artwork.
This is on my list to see, but I think I'm going to read it first.
Oh, I think
excellent.
You should.
I'm glad you put that on the list. Next is The Ender's Game.
Ender's Game, right, and that one is also out. Oh, Monuments Men is coming out February 7th to 14th.
Okay, so you have time to read it now before it hits the screen.
Ender's Game also has come out already, as well as the first 2 I talked about. The Earth has been at war for over 100 years with an alien nation, and once again they're at war, and they need to find someone who can lead them to victory. So they find Ender Wiggin, who's a 12-year-old, and he's just brilliant. He goes into simulated battles. They have practice training battles, and he's just amazing. He continues to wow them, and they wonder if he will be the general who can lead them to victory for once and all.
Excellent. And then your final one, let me see, is The Seventh Son, and we don't have time to talk about it, but pick it up. And when is that movie coming out?
That one is coming out January 17th, 2014, and that one is actually The Revenge of the Witch is the title of the actual book.
Right, all right. Thank you so much, Ann. And we'll put all these titles on our website, fox11online.com, and click on Good Day Wisconsin. We'll be right back.